Hey everybody, what's going on? It's hotter than Satan's nipples in my room today because it's 80 degrees out, or like 88 or something like that, with like 100% humidity or something crazy like that. But this is Buddy Blackford, and today I'm gonna go over something with you that most tutorials probably haven't gone over about Photoshop, and that's this little status bar down here that a lot of people don't even know exists, or they didn't even know that you could actually change the different types of things that are down there. So what I want to do today is just go over the status bar and what each of these things will tell you. Now, the first thing it starts off on always usually is document sizes. Now, that's pretty self-explanatory, but there's two different numbers here, and what do these two different numbers mean? The left number tells you the flattened size of the image file, so when all the layers get condensed into one, and the right number indicates the size of the current file, which is like all your layers like opened up together. So these three layers all together equals 7.33 megabytes, and then if I select them all and flatten it into just one image with no layers, it'll be 2.75 megabytes. So that's what the document sizes mean. If I go up here to Adobe Drive, nothing is going to show up. But if you have file management enabled, then something will show up there for you. Now I want to say that if I talk about something and it doesn't make any sense to you right now, just keep it in the back of your mind, and then when we get to the tutorial where we discuss that later, then you'll be like, oh, okay, now I remember that it was in the status bar. So just kind of keep this stuff in the back of your mind, and if you're taking notes, just put it like, make like a little note to like come back to it or something like that. So we've got the next one, which is the document profile. Now this displays the color profile for the document, and sRGB, blah blah blah, all this number, that's usually means it's for web. So there's a whole there's a bunch of different color profiles that are used for, some of them are used for printing, some of them are used for video, and some of them are used for high quality image, like high quality images from like a DSLR camera, etc. There's a whole bunch of them. So this shows your color profile. So these are like quick reference like little things. We got document dimensions, and instead of coming up to image and then like canvas size and checking out the document dimensions here, you can just check them out really quickly here, and then it also gives you the resolution. So this document is 4 inches by 2.667. Let's see, the next one is scratch sizes. So there's two numbers here. The left number indicates the scratch disc, or wow, I just said a swear word. Sweet. The scratch disk space that is required by Photoshop, and then the right number has the available space that you have. So I only need 891 megabytes, and I've got 10 gigs of space allocated for Photoshop, so that's good. We've got efficiency next, and this shows the percentage of available RAM and scratch disk space, so I'm running at 100% efficiency. And let's go to the next one. Timing. Pretty much records the amount of time to perform the last command that you just did. So if I like try to like put like a filter on, let me try real quick. I know that this does. Man, who cares? I can always undo it. So I'll just throw a filter on, and that filter took 0 seconds to do. So I'm gonna go back and undo that, and step backwards again. Oh, nice. But that's what the timing does. It just shows you how much in between. That way you can tell if your Photoshop's lagging and all that stuff. And you can tell which filters and effects and stuff like that pretty much take long to like apply. Some of them take a little more power to, or processing power to use. So we'll go to current tool, and when you click on your different tools here, it's going to tell you the name of your tool down there at the bottom, which is pretty nice. Let's go to 32-bit exposure, and it lets you control like the overall image exposure. So we've got everything going on. We can see all our stuff going on here, and we got 3 channels and all that kind of stuff. Exposure works in 32-bit only. I mean, we're in the 64-bit version of Photoshop, so it's not going to work in this. And then we've got save progress, which probably when I save it, it'll probably show up. So let me save this. And that was so quick that it didn't take like any time. But if I have a lot more stuff going on, a whole bunch of layers, it'll take a little bit longer to save, and then you'll see the save progress. And then that way you can tell if your Photoshop has crashed or anything, or froze or anything like that. So that's the status bar for you, and you may not see that in other tutorials, but I'm going to go in a decent amount of depth through my Photoshop tutorials with you guys, so you guys can like get trained properly in it. So thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you in the next tutorial. And hopefully it's not so effing hot in this area. So thanks a lot. See you guys later.